All great players pull the club, and players that really struggle push the club. Now let me give you an example of this. What I usually see with players, when they start their downswing, that right elbow starts to pop out. They start to push the club with the right hand, pushing it this way, pushing it with the right shoulder. That causes that club to get steeper in the downswing. And then from there, we're pushing it all the way through contact. Now, that's not a very efficient way to make it happen. And if you do that, you're going to get that club steep and then stand up out of the shot, flip, so that you don't have very much lag, you're casting it, all those problems that just drive us nuts. Well, here's what's going on. If I take this club and it's lagging behind, so the club's head is over here, I'm going to pull straight up on the shaft, and that club is going to shoot forward like that. Now, if I took the club and put it the other way and I pulled up on it, it would shoot backwards. So in the golf swing, what I see a lot of players doing is instead of pulling up and leading the way, letting this club kind of whip through there, what they're trying to do is get the club in front of their hands and push the club through there. Not very efficient. Let me go ahead and show you the right way to do this. Now, if you imagine again on that example where I'm pulling up, when I'm pulling in this direction, that club is kicking to want to line up with the direction that I'm pulling. Now, in the golf swing, that's lag. So if I'm here with a bunch of lag, I'm kind of pulling down in this direction. And I'm constantly pulling slightly in front of the golf club, so it's constantly wanting to whip forward to accelerate the club. As I come down farther in the swing, now I'm clearing my body out of the way, so here I can pull up in this direction. And really what makes a big difference there is my left hip and my left shoulder are coming up and out. My right hand is feeling like it's pulling here, so it's actually pulling up on the grip this direction, going that way as I'm coming through contact. So I'm not hitting or pushing down. I'm actually got some lag, and I'm pulling this grip back up with my right hand to get the club to whip on through there. So what I want you to do to feel this is just swing the club 4 or 5 times with just your right hand and feel like you pull up on the club just right as it's lagging behind there, and it's going to want to kick forward like that. Now I'm going to make my downswing, and I want to feel the same thing. I'm going to feel that same club wanting to whip through there, and I have to move my body a little open, get the club kind of lagging behind to make that happen. You're almost going to want to feel like this club, as you do that, it just kind of flies away from your body. It's being pulled out away from you. You get great extension through the shot when that happens. And that's what you want to feel like if you're going to be consistent. So let's hit one like that, and we're going to see, I'm going to swing really smooth, and let's see what kind of club head speed I get. There we go. Nice little draw. Felt like I barely swung at all, 196 yards with that 6-iron, so pretty daggone good there. Now, that whipping action is what allows you to be consistent. When we're looking from this angle, imagine that club is inside my hands, shallowed out. Now as I pull my hands, it's wanting to kick out toward the golf ball. As I come in here, my hands start to work back up and to the left as my body opens up, my hips, my shoulders open up, my hands go back that way. So you imagine my hands are kind of on this plane of glass, and I'm getting my hands working back up that plane of glass as the club is working down it. So even though the club is swinging from the inside and swinging inside out, the hands are working back up and in. And that's so confusing because most players, when they try to hit out more, they have to push it. So I'm trying to push the club out, and my hands are still working out. That's not going to be very consistent. I want to pull my hands in and have the club work out. So I'm basically doing this. I'm getting the club to the inside. I'm opening and letting that club shoot from the inside. So you'll notice my hands start to work back up and in slightly as that club still works down and out. That's really consistent. So again here, I'm going to start this one a little bit to the right, get a nice little draw. I'm going to feel like I swing just mildly more aggressive. Not hard, very, very smooth. I'm letting the club whip action, move the club head. I'm not going to do it with a lot of muscular force. Let's try that out. So I know that ball is going to turn over from right to left because I got the club to the inside. I let the momentum of it work that ball back over right to left. Again, 195-yard 6-iron, swinging really smooth. Man, I'd take that all day long.